Welcome to the Guts and Glory Show. You want to take your business to the next level. So you need to hear from someone who's done it all. Get ready to soak up all the useful information. The Guts and Glory Show. Now your host, Luis Scott.
Hey guys, welcome to the Guts and Glory Show. I am your host, Luis, and I'm so excited that you're here. This is a show dedicated to helping you learn just a little more so that you can be bigger and better than you were before. And everything we do is dedicated to helping you grow as a person and as a professional. And ultimately, if you're an entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur. So today I'm going to be talking about something that is absolutely critical to your success. If you want to be successful in business, honestly, if you want to have a six-figure salary, it's real easy. It's called sales. But don't leave just yet. We're going to do sales in a good way. And it's not about being pushy. It's not about convincing someone to do something they don't want to do. It's about having a certain type of confidence. So I'm going to take a few minutes here and I want to explain the 5 confidences that you have to have in order to be a great salesperson, and the 5 confidences that are going to make you ultimately succeed at a level that you can command six-figure salaries. Now, I'll tell you that my story is really a story of sales, whether it was selling myself or selling a product. Part of the reason that I added so much value to my life, personally and professionally, and ultimately financially, was because I had mastered the art of selling. Now, what I will say is mastering the art of selling is something that's very odd to say, because selling is a unique skill set. And I don't actually think that you can ever master selling, but to the extent that I could master selling, I did. And I'll tell you my background for those of you guys who have never heard this. But in the legal industry, I sold over 3,500 clients personally, 3,500 clients to hire our firm for legal services. And I did that personally with one-on-one sales tactics. And then for 8-figure firm, I have sold millions and millions and millions of dollars of consulting services. And so I have a little bit of experience in selling, and I just want to share the confidences that you have to have if you want to be a great salesperson. If you want to be somebody that can command the room, sell effectively, ultimately get the yes, and end up with the prize, which is a financial gain at the end of it, there are 5 confidences that you must master. Now, these confidences, some of them have to do with you, and some of them have to do with the marketing. Some of them have to do with the business. But ultimately, you have to master these confidences if you want to be bigger and better than you were before. So the first one is product confidence. Now, as a salesperson, you may not have control over the product that you're selling, especially if you are not the entrepreneur. If you're just a salesperson for the company, you may not have control of that product. But you have to have confidence in the product. And what I mean by that is you have to have the confidence that the product can actually do what it says that it's going to do. Imagine you're going door to door selling a cleaning solution or a vacuum. I had friends come over to sell us Kirby vacuums back many days ago. If you didn't believe in the product, it's very unlikely that you're going to sell that product with confidence. So it's critical that when you are selling something, that you know the product in and out. There should be no question about any feature of the product. And the product could be a service. So if you're selling a service, whether it's a legal service, a financial service, or even maybe tax services, you need to know the product inside and out. Every aspect of the product, every feature of the product, every benefit of the product, you need to have the full confidence in the product. That means you have to study the product. And you have to be willing to spend time with that product. And again, when I say product, I mean service too, because a service could be a product. So the first confidence that you have to have is the product confidence. The second product you have to have is the price confidence. Now, this one gets a little tricky. The other day, I was talking to a client of mine, and they were telling me that they hired a salesperson who was a phenomenal salesperson at Starbucks. And I said, well, there's a big difference between selling a Starbucks coffee and asking to upsize the coffee with caramel and selling a $10,000 legal service. I mean, the price disparity is very, very different. And what I learned in sales and working with many salespeople is that people have a threshold for their price confidence. A person who is making $15, $20 an hour may have a hard time convincing someone to pay $800 an hour for a service, or convincing someone to pay $20,000 for a vacation, or some $2,000, $3,000 for a vacuum. You have to have price confidence. And by that, I mean that you have to believe that the product that you now have the confidence in is worth the price that you're asking people to pay for. Because what will happen is that we generally fall into the lowest price that we have the confidence for. So assuming you have this product or service, let's call it a legal service, and you're selling the legal service for $10,000, but you're willing to accept $7,500. And you have a salesperson who only has the price confidence of $7,500. They are always going to sell it for $7,500. They're never going to find a reason to sell it for $10,000 because they don't have the confidence in that price. And so I've had salespeople here at the business that only have the price confidence for $2,000 or $3,000. They do that all day long. They're selling things for $2,000 to $3,000. Ask them to charge the client $10,000, they're going to go for $1 million. They're never going to get a single sale because they don't have the price confidence.
This show has been brought to you by 8-Figure Firm Consulting. At 8-Figure Firm, we help law firms turn into law businesses. Stop wasting your time with gurus who've never built a successful business. At 8-Figure Firm, we'll show you how to unleash the power of your law firm for personal and financial freedom. For more information, go to 8figurefirm.com. Welcome back to the Guts and Glory Show with your host, Louise Scott.
And your price confidence is increased by your belief in the ability for you to deliver on the product that you have. And so price confidence is something that has to be developed over time, and you want to make sure that you have price confidence. So now you have product confidence. You believe in the product. You know everything about the product. You're 100% bought into the product. You have price confidence. You know that the price is a price that you're willing to charge people for, and you're willing to get a reasonable person to buy. And now you need to have what's called product value confidence. Now, this is kind of like the combination of product confidence and price confidence, but product value confidence is where you believe that there is enough value in the product for it to be purchased. So I'm going to go back to the vacuum one more time. Let's just assume that you have a product like a vacuum and you are 100% confident in this vacuum. You know everything about the vacuum. You know everything about the product, the ins and outs, the bags, the wheels, the brushes, everything about it. You have a confidence in the price. You feel comfortable selling a vacuum at $2,500. But you don't believe that the value is there for $2,500. You have sold vacuums for $2,500. It's just the vacuum that you're selling is not worth $2,500. That means that you don't have the confidence in the value of the product. How does this show up in a service business? Well, you may have confidence in the product because you know that the product is a good product. Let's say you say you have a good legal product. You may have confidence in the price. $10,000 is the right price. I have confidence in selling that. But you may not believe that the value of the product or of the service that the person is giving is enough. And how is that showing up? Well, maybe you have bad lawyers, and maybe you have bad staff that don't deliver the value the way that you say. I'm willing to charge for this product. I have the confidence in it, and I'm willing to charge the price, but I don't have the confidence in the value. And that's a different thing. See, people confuse having product confidence and product value confidence as being the same thing. It's not. You can have confidence in the product that you know and understand the product. You can have full confidence that you know and understand the product. You can have full confidence that you know and believe in the price of the product, but you may have no confidence that the value of the product that you're selling is there. Maybe at another law firm, maybe at another service-based business, maybe at another plumber's company, maybe at a different product is there, but not where you're working. So if you're a salesperson, you have to have value confidence. And that's the third confidence. The fourth confidence is that the confidence in the delivery of the service. And so if you're selling a deliverable service, or if you have a product that is supposed to do something, you buy a product that is supposed to change your life for whatever reason, or you buy a service that is supposed to be delivered in a certain way, you have to have confidence in the delivery of the service. And I'll give you an example of this. I hired a handyman to come to the house. And he sold us on the product confidence. He told me all about his ability to do cabinets. Like, he was like, I can do cabinets, I can do this, I can do that. He told me the price. He was confident in the price. He was going to charge $300 to do it. He was confident, sold me on that. He said, the value's there, man. I'm going to take care of this. It's going to be awesome. You're going to be able to open them. The cabinets are going to be great. Now, they were actually drawers, drawers. He was going to be opening them. But then I didn't have confidence in the delivery of the service. I by the way, the funny thing about this is I actually ended up hiring the guy anyway, and I was right. He started telling me things like he hadn't done a lot of these. These weren't his specialty, but he could do it. So he had sold me that he understood drawers. He had sold me on the price. He had sold me that the value was there, because if he could do it, it was actually valuable. But he was not selling me on the delivery of service. And I hired him because I couldn't find anybody else, honestly. And he was right. The delivery of service was terrible. But you have to be able to have confidence in the delivery of service, that the service that you're going to deliver is on par with the value and the price and the product. And then the last thing is where you have to have confidence, is you have to have self-confidence. A salesperson who doubts their ability will not sell. A salesperson who is not willing to believe in their ability to sell. If you have this mindset of nobody's going to buy from me, nobody finds value in me, nobody thinks that I'm worth it, nobody this, you're never going to be able to sell. You have to have a tremendous amount of confidence in yourself. And so the 5 confidences that you have to have product confidence, believe, understand the product. You have to have price confidence. You believe that the product is worth the price. You have to have value confidence, which means that you believe that the product or service value is there for the price. You have to have confidence in the delivery of service, that the service is going to be delivered in a way that justifies you charging a client. And then you have to have self-confidence. And if you put those 5 confidences together, what you'll find is a conversion rate that is 80+%. And I say this not to toot my own horn. I don't say this in any way to be boastful, but both in my contingency-based practice and in my cash-based practice, which is where you're asking for cash up front, I've had an 80% conversion rate over the last 20 years in sales. And it's because I put these confidences together. I have proper follow-up, and I'm willing to show the value proposition and do it in a confident way. And when you do that, you're going to be a great salesperson. You're going to increase your income. You're going to increase your revenue. You're going to be able to sell anything. And that sales is a superpower in your life, personally, professionally, and financially.
For more and to learn more about Luis, hit the website at luisscottjr.com. For consulting opportunities, hit 8figurefirm.com. That's the number 8figurefirm.com. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review, and we'll see you next time on the Guts and Glory Show.